Scientists have been preparing for decades for next week's total solar eclipse, but people living along its path have just a few more days until their communities are inundated with millions of tourists. The eclipse begins in Oregon on Monday morning. It will need less than 2 hours to reach South Carolina. The South Carolina State Museum in Columbia is preparing for the big celebration. So Mark Strassmann is there. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. This is one of America's top 3 most visited public observatories, and come Monday, this telescope will be pointed directly at the eclipse and live streamed everywhere. On a typical day, they get between 300 and 500 visitors here. On Monday, it'll be 10 times that number, and crowd control will be an issue all along the eclipse's path.
You don't usually see crowd control roadblocks at a museum. But on Monday, this observatory will be overrun by thousands of eclipse fans coming to see the stars in the middle of the day, when temperatures are expected to be in the 90s.
We'll have Band-Aids, we'll have additional water, seating. We actually are bringing in misting tents and fans as well.
The eclipse will travel almost 2,400 miles across the U.S. 12 million people live in the totality zone of complete darkness. But 10 million visitors are expected to squeeze their way into the eclipse's path. With populations expected to nearly double, cities and towns are redoubling their efforts to get ready.
We're going to run out. I'm sure we're going to run out of stuff.
This Idaho market is already seeing a run on bottled water and other basic supplies.
We're hoping we can get shipments every day to keep up with the demand that we're going to have. There's going to be a lot of people coming through town.
While the eclipse is 70 miles wide, many of the roads people are using to see it are narrow. Just 2 lanes in some rural areas.
My biggest concern is emergency vehicle access. With the folks that we expect to come to this eclipse, we are really concerned about just getting to our emergencies.
The eclipse will last only about 2 minutes, but if you're planning to see it, you should plan for a much longer visit.
The best thing to do is give yourself plenty of time. Enjoy it, and then give yourself time well after it's over as well.
So many people hoping for their glimpse of the eclipse that South Carolina has put its National Guard on standby. In Oregon, they've taken it one step further, and the governor has already activated that state's National Guard. Gayle?
Thank you very much, Mark.
So where are you going to be for the eclipse?
I was just going to ask you that. Shall I go to your house in Bellport?
Oh, well, yes, that would be a perfect place.
Yeah, will I go over there?
Would you come?
See?
That would be great.
I'd be great.
Nora, that's how we would go. We just invite ourselves.
That's right.
He really enjoys that when you just invite yourself.
You're all invited, by the way. Just show up.
Just show up.
Yes, Charlie will be handing out his number a little bit later at the end of this broadcast. Thank you very much, Mark. But I do want to see it. I do. I think a lot of us all.
My house or
your apartment is
eclipse?
good too. It's good too.